Hey everyone, Frank Menard here and welcome back. This week I'd like to share with you some information on how to build your self-confidence. Whenever we start something new, and we've all started something new at some point in our lives, and when you're new, you don't have a lot of confidence in what it is that you're going to do. You may know how to do it, you're just not really good at doing it just yet. So you had to build up that self-confidence. And I'm just kind of reflecting back to my early days as a Marine recruiter, starting out in sales and just trying to figure out how I'm going to convince young men and women to enlist in the Marine Corps for 4, 5, or 6 years. One of the big factors I was facing was my self-confidence was low because I was only 21 years old. And the young men and women I was speaking with, they were maybe 17 or 18 years old. So we're about the same age. And then it got even worse when I had to go in to sit for a parental consent with somebody who was maybe 40 or 45 years old. My confidence as a 21-year-old, even though I was a Marine, was not all that high. So I had to learn, I had to prepare, I had to practice. And we did a lot of that at my recruiting office. I would practice with the people around me and we'd get better at answering the questions. But you also want to set some small goals for yourself. So the first step to building your self-confidence is set small goals. And so setting a small goal, something that you can achieve, something that's going to push you just a little bit out of your comfort zone, but not to the point where you're going to, stick and run. So set goals that you can achieve for the level of experience that you have. For example, I was speaking with someone the other day who had set his first year in the industry, in the mortgage industry, and they wanted to close $10 million in volume. Now, I'm not saying that you can't close $10 million in volume, but it's going to be very, very challenging for that individual who has been only in the business for a few months. So maybe if we identify, hey, can I close 2 million in the next 3 months or the next 2 months, if that's feasible, right? Can I do that? And then you get that. So then you set another small goal that you can achieve. And as you achieve each one of those smaller goals, your confidence is going to build. The experience by putting together those loans and closing them is going to build your confidence and your knowledge and your ability to do the job well. So do that. Set small, achievable goals. And look, when you achieve the goal, celebrate. Maybe initially it's a small celebration. You go out and get yourself an ice cream, or maybe go out and have a nice dinner with your spouse. But celebrate the fact that you're making progress. Practice self-care. Especially if you're in a business world, you're constantly moving. Things are just going too fast. And so you have to make sure that you have the energy and the well-being to be able to push on, to persevere through the challenges that you're going to face in your business life. So eat right, sleep right, drink lots of water, exercise, do the things that we all know we're supposed to do to stay healthy and full of energy. Self-care, extremely important in building your self-confidence, because when you feel good, you perform good. Surround yourself with positive people. Now, look, we've talked about this in previous videos. I call it the Mastermind. The Mastermind principle is described in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. But find people who support you. And I'm just going to give you a little hint. They're not always your family members. Sometimes the people closest to us can be our worst enemies when it comes to support, because they don't want us to get hurt. They're really trying to protect us, but at the end of the day, they're discouraging us from doing things. Don't let that happen. Find people who are interested in supporting your best efforts, that will surround you when you're having a rough day. Matter of fact, Jim Rohn says, you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around most. So hang around those positive people, positive attitudes, lots of energy, a little bit of humor, laugh at some of the silly things that we do, the mistakes that we make, and then support you, prop you back up, and get you back out there doing it again. You need that support group around you. So circle yourself with positive people. Most importantly, we need to face our fears. So another step to overcoming and to building your self-confidence is to face the things you fear the most. I hate making phone calls, especially cold phone calls. I don't like to talk on the phone. I wasn't afraid of it, but I was afraid perhaps of the rejection that I might get when I made those calls. So make one call, see what happens. Okay, I made one, there's no blood. Okay, I'll make another call. So face your fear. And then what you start to realize is they can't punch you in the nose through the telephone line or through the ether waves. All right. All they can do is say no. And that doesn't hurt. So what are the things that you fear? Zig Ziglar once said, fear, false evidence appearing real. It's all up here. It's in your head, right? And once you can push through it and overcome it and realize there's really nothing to be afraid of, then you can do it a lot easier and you'll do it a lot better, right? So remember, when you start to feel that fear, it's your subconscious mind trying to protect you from getting hurt. Just like those family members, your subconscious mind, its job is to protect us. So you're going to have those little voices going on in your head. Right? Practice self-compassion. So what do I mean by that? Hey, give yourself a break, will you? I mean, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. It's not the end of the world. All right? Sit back, take a deep breath, relax, and say, okay, let's not do that again. You really have to be compassionate for yourself. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Realize that you are learning. And by the way, we're all learning at every level in our lives. You may be doing something for 20 years and you're still going to do silly things, make mistakes that, oh gosh, why did I do that? Just give yourself a little bit of a break. One of my problems are pretty hard on myself. I know a lot of you are too. So look in the mirror and say, hey, Frank, don't worry about it. You got this one the next time, right? Continuously learn. You always want to be learning. You'll see behind me in these bookshelves, there's all kinds of books that have to do with what I do for a living as a coach, and to be able to help people through the knowledge that I learned through these books. So I do a lot of reading. You can also, the internet, you can go on YouTube. There's always some type of webinar out there. There's free opportunities to learn. I watch other people do what they do so I can become better at doing what I do based on their example. Continuously learn. Anthony Robbins used to call it kanai. Continuous and never-ending improvement. And that's really, really important. Don't ever stop learning. Some of the things that I hear about statistics, college graduates never read another book after they graduate, 85%. That just blows me away. I don't know if that statistic is still good, but probably pretty close. Make sure that you're investing the time in your mind to help you learn more. You'll be better. You'll have a higher level of confidence, right? So let's go over those 7 steps once again. Number 1, set achievable goals, things that you can reach relatively easy for the stage that you're at. That's going to help you build your confidence. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small they are. Celebrate. Go out and give yourself a pat on the back, an ice cream cone, something to say, hey man, you made it through that one. Number 3, practice self-care. Make sure you're taking care of the temple, right? Exercise, eat right, get plenty of sleep, drink lots of water. Your energy levels will be high. You'll be able to perform your job at a much better skill. Surround yourself with people that support you, the right people, the positive people. What's the right attitude? The positive attitude. Surround yourself with those types of folks. Face your fears. False evidence appearing real. Don't hesitate. Go for it. You can do this. What's the worst that can happen? You fail, you learn, you try again. It's not a big deal. Practice self-compassion. Give yourself a break. If you make a mistake, it's okay. Just take a deep breath and move on. And last but not least, continuous and never-ending improvement. Keep on studying. Keep on feeding your mind. Become the best that you can at what you are doing. Guys, I hope this message was enjoyable for you. I hope you got some good, nice little tidbits out of that. Once again, if you like the video, please hit like, subscribe. If you know somebody who could use this message, please share it with them. Also want to let you know that my affiliation with the Napoleon Hill Institute, they actually have a program. It's called the Self-Confidence Camp. We also have one called the Self-Discipline Camp. I believe we can combine those two. So if you're interested in maybe getting involved in a 30 or 60-day program to help you out in regard to self-confidence and self-discipline, just send me a message through the message link and let me know. Or you can go to themenardteam.com. That will bring you to my landing page, and you can just share your information with me, schedule a call. I can talk to you about what those programs offer and how you can get involved. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of the week. And remember, keep on going. You've got this. Bye.